I remember when I was young reading through the Encyclopedia Britannica set that my folks had, and one of the entries was this thing called multiple sclerosis, and that was the only recognition or acknowledgement that MS existed in my entire life before my diagnosis. When I was diagnosed, it was relapse remitting, so you'd have symptoms and then they'd kind of go away. But then things got harder and things got progressively worse. There are times when living with progressive MS gets really hard, and there is an emotional component to it. And I think that's a really important piece to think about throughout difficult disease. Meditating helps calm my mind, whether it's sitting outside, breathing, being in nature is amazing. Especially here in Napa Valley, where I'm from, vineyards are all around, and they have a source of peace and calm. We have a small family winery, and I love cruising around in there and taking in the nature of it all, and just being very, very grateful for the fact that it's here, and just continue to keep my mindset in a positive place with all of this. On a day-to-day basis, I've had great support from my girlfriend, Colleen. She helps me with mundane tasks, things like buttoning up the buttons on a shirt because of the lack of fine motor skills that come along with MS. She helps me with, tying my shoe or even putting my shoes on because I can't get to that place. All the day-to-day things, it really means a lot to have that support from her. One of the hardest things that I've had to go through with my MS diagnosis has been I had to stop teaching music that's been so important to me because of the energy expenditure, and my whole life was geared towards doing that. But we adjust what we can do with the energy that we have. And so I still get to do some music. I do, I conduct a small choir here at the Center for Spiritual Living. So I get to flex that muscle a little bit, and I'm really glad I get to do it. I find a lot of pleasure in helping others, and if I can help other people during my day, then I feel like I'm doing my job. I've started a nonprofit here in Napa called Crush MS with another woman who has MS, who has a small family winery as well. It's a network of wineries dedicated to raising funds and awareness towards a world free of MS, and we're very, very proud of it. The support that I've had from my family and friends throughout this entire journey has been tremendous. But to be able to support yourself is the most crucial, because we're in here doing this by ourselves, and you got to figure out a way to have your relationship with MS. And your relationship with it can be adversarial or it can be peaceful. And I think anybody that's dealing with any kind of disease or physical issue has to be able to remember that the body is one thing, and then our emotional state and our mental state is another thing. It's a way of separating what's happening physically from who I actually am, because who I actually am is fine. It's not all broken.